King cards, the game.
Okay.
So yeah, I leave you
Okay.
to continue your conversation.
Okay. So
Okay.
let me share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. This one. Okay. So right now I accumulate an idea and try to summarize my project for now, and its name I got this under stream history. Okay, I will share you the link too, so you can browsing. In this chat here. Okay. So it's the project overall. The overview is about how I can review an alternative history to against the surface.
Hey, wait. I can't open your.
Oh, okay. Let me change the.
Chia Wei, can you see the screen?
Okay.
No.
Let's try the new link. Good. Oh, you cannot see the screen sharing.
I didn't see the screen sharing.
Oh, okay. Let me try this again. Okay, is it work right now? The screen sharing?
No.
That's okay. You can follow up in the slide in the deck. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the project overall is about review and alternative history to against the surface that suppress our own narrative and identity. This is the main idea for this project right now. So the surface that I mentioned is the grand narrative in the second slide of the in the Thailand. It's about it came back root from when I was in school where Thai people came from and all the literature and all stuff. And nowadays they still try to make us become Thai people in their own perspective. So as you can see in the slide number 3, so I Google คนไทย. So this one is showing. So yeah. They try to accumulate the diversity. You see the Muslim people and a lot of stuff, even Chinese people. And so yeah, this is the surface that I want to against it or review something beneath it. So right now in the slide number 5, you can see this execution of this project and the process as well. So is this why in 3 parts? The first part is a board game. It's a table game that you suggest for me. So it will become the sequel like this. It's a board game, and then it will spin off, adapt to be a history book, and then it will become the visual streaming. So let's see the first part, the board game. The board game that I use as a reference game methodology this time is Once Upon a Time board game. You can see the slide number 6. So this game is very simple. It was made in 1994. I was played when I was in college. So this game is a game that help you create your fairy tale story. So each player gonna receive a card from the deck about 5 to 6. So the player is around 4 to 5 people. So when they receive it, the card is gonna divide into like 2 category. The first category is a storytelling card, which is contain a character, object, and event that is gonna help you create a story. And the other category is interrupting cards that will help you store someone else's story. I will show you the I will describe more about it. So the rule of this game is if I was start first, I have to try to create a fairy tale or a story, some story by using the card that I have. Sample, if I have a prince and a tower and a river, I have to make a story like, oh, once upon a time there is a prince live in the tower that nearby the river, and when I say the story, when I keep telling the story, I have to put the card on my hand to show that I have this keyword in my hand. I have to keep telling a story. The winner is the one who use all of their own card in their hand. Is a winner. So
the winner is the one who
own the story. Yeah.
own the story. What is the mean own the story?
On the story is one is I'll tell you more about it. So if when I keep telling the story, if I say more like and one day there is a princess nearby, but I didn't have a princess card, but you have a princess card. You can use your princess card to intercept my storytelling and keep telling the story in your own by refer from the previous stories. So everyone in this game is try to intercept each other storytelling and try to own it, try to ending it by use their card. The one who use all the card, this means that they is the owner of the story and there's the winner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's similar, kind of like when people try to, or even the state try to write the history. That if example in the war, if you are the winner, you're gonna write how people remember this story. So in this game, it kind of manifests like, okay, I have this story, this myth, or the data that I know is just like the card in each people's hand. And when people talk about one story, they try to like, oh, I know this, I heard about this story, and it's same kind of similar with how oral history works in normally. Yeah. So the one who have can ending the story is the one who own the story from my perspective. So this is the format of the table game that I used to create in this project. So in the next slide, so I create a board game, but duplicate the rules. I call it How We. Is I wish I wrote a history, but it's backward. So it's the name of the board game. So the format is the same with the Once Upon a Time, but the character, the event, and the location is based on the history or the story that I collect in Rajburi. So there's like a lot of stuff like here they have cow union, cow communion from the centric from Bangkok to make people become like cow making a milk and abandon the farming and other stuff. So there is a card that say that in the second card in the first row, see that is a blue one in the box. The word is say that founding the cow union with the bank bubble. The bank bubble in my board game, which means is it the interrupting card. So interrupting cards work when the one who told or telling a story is they didn't use the word that you have, and how can you intercept them? You have to use this kind of card to store their story. You don't have to wait them for like to say that they create a union cow in Rajaburi. No, you can use it like and sudden I use this card and I can store anyone's story. So there's like two type of card, like the bank bubble and the normal bubble, as you can see in the I show in the slide.
Which one?
So,
Eh?
sorry.
You mean which car is to interrupt?
Yeah. The bubble is show what kind of card that you own. The banger is a interrupting card, but the bubble is just a storytelling card.
Where is sorry, sir, I don't understand. Where is a bubble?
No, this one, this cloud that have a word inside. The box that contain the words is the indicator to show that which type of card that you're holding. If it's a cloud bubble, it's a normal card. But if it's a banger spiky one, it's a interrupting card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is like I create like 75 cards with children. Which based on the character and event and location and the equivalent numbers. So I really want to share the screen this time. I will try again. I really want to share it. Okay, so you see the screen? No. Oh, okay, so sad. I want to show every card that I make to you like real quick.
Maybe. Yeah, how to show?
Okay, I will.
น้ำเอาไว้ที่แชร์ลงก่อนเอาอันนั้นอะลงไปก่อนไหมล่ะ
หรือว่าเอารูปโพสต์รูปลงไปในแชท
Oh, okay. I know it. I could share the Google Drive folder that I contain all this scanning drawing the card to you, so you can browse. That's gonna fix this. Sorry. One sec. Okay. Share. Okay, you can browsing all the card in the link that I sent you. Habibi Google Drive.
Okay. Okay.
That is like interesting stuff that okay. I just in this method of workshop I just write a word that I have based on the story that I collect, and I let the children to like drawing, portraying in their own style, no limitation. So there is like a lot of fun visual. Like in the first one, you see it's a two guy, the beanie hat and modern hipster clothes, but the word is say World War II, something like that. Or that is like really relate to Thai history, like there is a card called The Funeral of the King. And they write it and they drawing it in their own meaning. Also like the current king, I mean the just the word king, and they write, then they draw it like devil or something like that. Yeah. Or the previous king, they drawing like the king is live in the wood or something like that. Yeah. So it's quite fun. But when you use a card, you just only have to use the wording based on the wording inside it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's back to the slide. So here's a picture. I have fun with them. Yeah, I'm not tired also for sure. Okay. in the slide 8. Maybe conduct a workshop.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is this? Oh, okay.
And so the workshop is to they draw the picture, but they are not play this game. The workshop is for them to pen or to create a story.
Yes, they create how each word is visualized. Yeah, but I also I plan with G and Jean that also gonna invite them to play the finishing this game too. Yeah, so I will tell you later what other step I will use from this card game.
Oh.
Okay, this one. Oh, okay. And after I collect and scan all this card, I reprint it. In the slide number 9, I put the prototype of the printing. It's quite impressive to similar with the raw drawing. Yeah. So it's printing right now. So I don't have the real finishing one. So yeah. Okay. So after I cut this card, the next step that I use is I will conduct like playing session with this card game and record it, document it. Which we played on the river. We playing this card game on the river on the yeah, and the finished record of that gonna bring to use in the visual generated in Max MSP, and also the storytelling that they told is gonna sequence and record in the picture book that I want to do. Yeah, and I will finish the book with the style of Thai University thesis book that they always want students to make in this format. You can see in the slide number 10.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like this, and inside gonna be the picture sequencing with the story that I record when they play it. So the player in this workshop is gonna be mixing with in the previous group kids that drawing this, and a little bit older kids maybe in the high school in the Ratchaburi, and they play together and I record it. So yeah, and this is the book. So this another step that when I finish editing the document, I will bring it to my MSP to jamming the visual. And I try the method that you suggest me, that not just input the effect to make a visual glitch, but use the other image to interrupt the other image.
Wait, the slide number 10, I'm not some part I don't understand. So for this picture book, what will you put inside?
I will put the picture the picture of the card, just like a children book, and with a dialogue in the below.
So
based on the video that I know people playing this card, just like I will let them play like 3 or 4 games, but I only will select one game to use that story to work on.
So you will put the picture that draw by kids.
Yes.
And also put the story that create by maybe older children.
Yeah. They will create together. It's in this game, it's more like exquisite corpse, but in the storytelling style. Yeah, so it's gonna be something like that. Like this party came from this boy. This party came from a younger one. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like mixing. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the visual generated, so I tried some of the sketch, which in the video that I put in the slide number 11. So I used 2 video in this sketch. The one is the music video of RAD Rap Against Dictatorship. There is like artist rapper who wrote a song to attack the government, and the other video is a music video of Thai national anthem. So the video is gonna fade in and out, cross back together. But the threshold and the glitchiness is based on the time, which is the number in the middle of the circuit.
Yeah.
That I put the mouse on. That okay, I push it up, it's gonna be like more or less glitch. Yeah. So this number is gonna be the indicator that I input the number that I collect from water measuring. Okay, so move to the next part is how I gonna input that number. So it's kind of really harder than I expected, to be honest. In case in this, I have to use the open channel flow meter. You can see in the slide number 12. So this case is used to test in the like a river or the larger water source. So normally in the market, the instrument that used to measure this, the cheap one is gonna be like the water that you measure in the pipeline. Like they're gonna measure how the velocity of the water in the pipeline that you wanna test. So that is very cheap. That is very cheap, like 1,000 baht or 100 baht. So it's gonna be very easy. But if I wanna measure in the open channel flow meter like the river, I have to use other kind of method to it. Like this one, I put the instrument in this. It's a flow probe. The flow probe is like a long tube that the upside is gonna have like digital indicator, and the downside is more like a wind spiral that's gonna collect the data from the water, move the spiral. This one is the standard device that every national use, and I saw the price for this is around like 30,000 baht. So it's too far more than I expected. So I planned, okay, so maybe I will collaborate with the organization that have some of this device. In slide 13, right now I found it too, and the most possible is gonna be from the Faculty of Science in Silpakorn University. They have like environmental resource measure that maybe they can help with this device. Or other choice is the Ratchaburi Province official natural resource. So really different between these 2 organizations. Yeah, but this also I have to require time to like invite them and make a collaboration, and I have less time to more like experiment on the programming and the hardware stuff. And also have a difficult with if I want to not measure record just one time, but in a many time, or if I have to create a live streaming event, it's gonna be difficult more on the operation to how to do it. Because I have to invite a third party to make it, something like that. So
And for
this
this,
quite concern me, right?
What I don't understand that this equipment, what information you want to get from this equipment? What information you are going to measure? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Hello.
Chào.
Hello. Hey.
I think we just lost. His connection has gone.
Yeah.
I found that we cannot see him. I wonder if his system might need a reset.
Mm.
Hello, sorry. Where did I left off?
Yes.
Where did I left off? Which part? Hello.
Hello.
What is the last thing that you hear me say? I'm not sure. Yeah.
Can you explain again this equipment? What you going to measure? What information you need? Yeah.
Okay. So the number the measure that I want, the number I want is velocity flow of the river. So why the velocity of the water flow is because this river was controlled by the dam in other province which owned by the government, and they have the power to like open the circuit or close the circuit to control the flow of the river, the how fast it flow, which in the past was flood in around Ratchaburi province, and it's kind of more like the flow, the velocity of this, even if it's a natural resource in the city, is also still was controlled by the government. Yeah, something like that. And also there is a issue like in 2019 that the manta ray was dead in this river, like tons of it, like 20 or 30 manta ray, which very they are very like in a large scale. They more like each manta ray is has a long body, like almost 10 meters or something like that. So they live here like very long time, but they found some of the chemical in the river which come from the other factory, and when the chemical is a lot in the water, it's gonna, so the mass of the water is very heavy and the flowing is slower than before. So when the water flow is low, the chemical is stuck in one place. So it's also later made that the natural resource is damaging. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I want the velocity water flow of the river to indicate how much the visual eclipse. Yeah.
So in the velocity in the river, it will be like sometimes fast, sometimes slow, or
I think in my assumption, I think it's gonna depend on what time of the day. It's gonna be like slow or fast. They have like their routine in the dam control the water circuit too. So, but I'm not sure that if I measure in a different day, it's gonna have a dramatic change. That's much I'm not sure. But in my assumption, it's gonna be like mostly same, but in the day that is different. That in the morning, in the noon, and in the evening for me. So I was thinking that okay, maybe it's not gonna be a live streaming. It's gonna be like more like a record or the 1 day water flow velocity and input it in the program instead. That's what I thought right now. Yeah. So that is mostly everything that I do right now. Yeah. So
And
in the slide of
this equipment, you mean about that?
Sorry, I cannot hear well.
You say this equipment, you need like 30,000 baht?
No, I think I will not buy it, but I will not buy by for sure. So I have the plan number one is that I will contact the related organization with this kind of, they have this device and collaborate with them, borrow their machine.
Yeah.
Or other choice is more like a primitive style that I will try to measure it by other device, other method to just collect the number in all days to input in the program. So for my assumption right now, the output, the execute and the jamming is maybe not much difference, but the difference is the method. Yeah. So I'm not sure that the before, when I was thinking about this project, I more like kind of want to make it really interact with the program. Like I put the hardware and connect it with the computer and then to indicate the number in the maximum SP. But I'm not sure right now. Maybe I would try to explore other method. Like I say before, I just record the set of data numbers in 1 day, and then I put that data to run in the exhibition. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now.
And how about the last slide?
Oh yeah, that is the how I will install the execution, but it's still kind of really rough, as you can see right now. So the card I will gonna like show is like a shelf, a shelf in the store or something like that, and put every card on the wall. So it's more like you run into the archive room with every story that collect in the board game, and in the right part is like the monitor to screening the visual. So I think about doing two screen. The first one is the output, only the visual, that is the output, and the other one is like showing the set of graph data of the velocity river, and in the right bottom in the second screen is a footage of this indicator in the river, something like that. Yeah, so that's all I have right now.
Okay. And so you will make you already make the workshop, and the children they draw the car, right? And
Yes.
then you going to use those car for like maybe teenager to play
Yes.
car and create a story.
Yes.
Then you will put the story and the picture into the book.
Yes.
Okay, and the other part you will use this equipment to measure the velocity of river, and use this number to use max MSP to show the video, and the video is like a two, maybe one is about social movement, right? The other is some image like a propaganda, right?
Yes. But in this project, the video that's gonna use first gonna be the document of the card playing.
Oh.
Yeah, and but the other propaganda is still the same. I will download and mix of them to like cross together.
Okay.
Yes.
And I have some question. For why you as younger draw the not teenager draw the car? Why?
Right now in the first why I use a younger to draw pictures, because I think that they are more like not much influenced by the propaganda as much as the teenager, that they're gonna have like more conscious about, if they see the word that King funeral, they are not there gonna draw it for sure, or something. They are not feeling to draw it. They was control. Yeah, so it is the first I use younger children to draw. But in the second question, that why I use a teenager to play, because I think right now the player is gonna be like both like teenager and also some other kids in that group. For me, but this is like quite my concern too, because I know Jia you tell you yet that right now is Thailand gonna have like second wave COVID right now, so it's like it's harder to invite children to participate right now, so it's like quite concern me that the day that I will gonna conduct this event is gonna like in the Sunday of 3 January. Yeah. And first at the first thought, I will invite the archaeology club in the high school in Rajaburi. They have like a shirt, the shirt team that at the back that say archaeology club or something like that. I try to invite them, but they are not replied yet. So and since the COVID wave, so I think maybe I am not gonna able to invite them, but I still waiting them to reply right now. And so so other part G and Jin also still help me finding other teenager children that they know around Baan, and also maybe some kids in the drawing workshop but still right now I'm a bit concerned about it, that is it possible that people gonna participate in this right now, because maybe people gonna scared or nervous about second wave COVID. This also the thing that we said about a bit right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find the teenager.
Sorry.
If you cannot find a teenager, do you have any like a plan B?
The other person that I contacting right now is he was a owner of board game cafe in Baan. He was run a board game cafe, which is a space for people to come and play board game, but pay in the hourly fee. Yeah, it's quite hot in the past 2 or 3 years, but he already shut down his business because of the COVID. But I contact the owner to join in this project, and I suggest him to become like game moderator to help to moderate the game session. And maybe if it's not possible to find a teenager, maybe I will ask him to invite some of his friends or customer that was regularly play at his cafe to join. But right now I also try to think about what if I play it online, but still working on it right now. If I cannot play it on the spot and in the face to face. Yeah.
I think the process of your work now is very interesting, and you this program is also very fit to your idea. Yeah, and also it's also show how people create a story as propaganda or as like a nation narrative. Yeah, so I think this game is very interesting for this project, and I have one opinion, because the car now you ask kid to draw those car, and but maybe I think maybe you can add something in this car. For example, when you see the slide 6, like the ball game, the once upon a time, and you see each car, they have some decoration, like some background, right? You can see the main image, but there are a background around the image. So,
the border of the card.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe I think maybe you can create something to add on this children image, because I feel if you only show like a children painting, my own opinion, I feel this kind of image we are very familiar to many different children art class. When children join some like some class in school or some workshop, we very familiar about this kind of children painting. But if you can kind of like you collaborate with children, you make something around this image or a background. For example, if the children image and now the background is white color, right?
Yes.
If you put like a golden leaf or put something other color or like some format for this game, I think this one part is also make this car itself more attractive. And also the other part is to make different with like a normal children workshop, because many art class children drawing this is quite common. But your idea is to make card ball game. So if you do something like a layout or some background or some, is to make people more focused about, this is ball game. It's not just about children painting.
Okay.
So I feel one thing, my opinion is to maybe you can do something more on this children painting. And I think your idea to have children to draw and have teenager to create a story, I think this is very, very good choice. Yeah, because as you say, if teenager draw the painting, maybe already too much background, too many knowledge.
Yeah, was polarized by something.
Yeah. And I also think teenager to create a story may be more interesting than kid to create a story. I'm not sure, but I guess because kids, when they create a story, the story is always quite like a happy ending or some very
Hello. My internet. Okay.
yeah. So I think maybe teenager is good it's better for teenager to create a story. Yeah. And for the book, how many book you will make? Because from the picture there are so many book.
I will make a hard copy for one for now, one book for to submit inside the Silpakorn University Library. So maybe I will use the hardcover color to match with the student thesis of Silpakorn.
But it's only one story.
Yes, it's one story that I select from the game.
Oh. I think because if you have only one story, we read this story and we see the picture, we don't understand this picture can be changed or the story will be changed. It depends on different player, right? Because you only make one. So people think, the story, one story and picture. But for example, if you have like a 3 story,
Okay.
concept will be more clear. The audience know, okay, same picture, but always make different story.
Yeah.
I think you can make more than one, maybe 3.
Yeah, I agree on this too. Yeah.
And where, if you have teenager, where you going to ask them to play this game. What kind of place?
Okay, I forgot to put a picture of location. I will put it right now. Sorry. It's gonna be like okay. You can see in the slide number 9.
Yes. Oh, it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Mm.
And I will record. You would have my my friend, this production team, to document the shot from the top view that you see all the cards clearly, and also the side view that record the expression of the player. Yeah, so gonna be something like, and the sound will gonna be record too. So I think okay.
So for this part, you will make video.
Yes, the video, this one is gonna be used to as a image for jamming too. Yeah, so I'm going to use the same image. So it's gonna be like this video is a portrait of when people try to create their own story or narrative, but if you're gonna be interrupt or jamming by what the state narrative is covered. So it's gonna be intertwined. Yeah, but I will use this document of the storytelling to be the soft picture. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have the other concern for your slide 12. Because now the video you show is two. One is about like a social movement, right? The other is like a propaganda video. And you say you for your work, you will show the video that you shot during people play this game, right? And then sometimes interrupt those propaganda video.
Yes.
Right. But from your slide 12, because like those social movement image, we know very clear. This is totally opposite to those propaganda image. But if you use the video that you shot during people play, are you sure that people know what? Because this is not so opposite, right?
Yes.
So I worry that maybe sometimes people think the game is also kind of create some propaganda story, and then the propaganda video just like a reference or just like a, because
yes.
People may not understand that, because when you show the social movement image, it's very clear. Everyone very quick to understand, right? But if people play this game, it's not easy to get the concept quite quick. So
yeah,
this I think maybe this will some problem.
If I still run the audio of the footage of people playing a game, run it like all the way in the background, but the picture is still transition. And when it come to the propaganda, of course it's gonna not sync with the sound. Is it maybe it's work, but I see your point that it's not obvious enough for people to can catch the concept because the image maybe the image is not quite opposite. Yeah. But if I choose if I choose the propaganda that is not much of the style of documentary, this is gonna work more. I'm not sure. Maybe like the if it's what's gonna make it very different, so it's gonna be like different type of style picture. So
yeah, because I don't know what the story will be make, right? I don't know what for those player what kind of story they will say. For example, if they say some story already similar to propaganda, how you think?
it's gonna intertwine for sure because there is a word about some propaganda or mention about propaganda. It's like there is a card like brainwash or like the card say the king order or the card that king Pharaoh stuff that's also very intertwined with the propaganda. But for me, I think my perspective right now, what I can think of is the sound, because the sound of the document that I record is gonna be like really quiet or only have the sound of people playing the game, telling a story. But the propaganda image is gonna be more like what they normally do, like a gigantic visual, like soldier or loyal elite people or something like that. It's gonna be quite contrast. And when I think when people can catch that this audio is belong to the document, then maybe they can get the concept. From my perspective right now.
Yeah. And you think for your video, you will recall the player. You will recall the sound like when they tell the story, then you will recall all the story, right?
Yes, I yeah. Yes.
Okay. And in this program, can you like make subtitle or like keep audio continue? Like is here the voiceover. The voiceover is about the teenager they telling the story, but the image is interrupted by those government image.
Yes.
Can you?
Sure. That's what I will gonna do. So it's gonna be like of course they're gonna have like a sound of the game playing and a subtitle to run it. So that's gonna be
right?
yeah also a subtitle.
Okay. Okay. I think maybe it should be okay. Yeah, and interesting. And about this measure velocity of river. I think if you can find like a third party to lend the equipment or work with you, then it's fine. But if you cannot find, I think also maybe is the other idea to use other method. like you can do some DIY or
yeah.
For example, I don't know how to explain. If you fishing, right, you will know the velocity, right? If water flow is fast or slow. If you are fisherman, you will know. So I think maybe you can make some small installation to measure. Can be also become the artwork. If you show your work, then this tool itself, it can be like an installation. You can also show in the exhibition.
Yeah. I also yeah. Okay.
So I think you can also think about some DIY. You can use some material like bamboo or some fabric or something to make some very simple equipment to get some information.
Yeah, maybe primitive way is a better way right now for my capacity. Because I think the output is gonna be like not much different. The image, I mean the image. If I collect the data from the device, or if I collect it by other like primitive method, because it's gonna be the same set of the number in one day flow, just that, and put that number to run in the exhibition.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you say earlier is interesting. That if I also exhibit those primitive installation to, it's gonna make people get more about what is the process or method too. Yeah. You kind of have to think about it. There also people teach that kind of stuff in YouTube too. Like you use a tennis ball and something like that, and you cast a time and use the equation to record it. Yeah, maybe let's try that. I will research on this method too.
Yeah. I think maybe also good to like a handmade, like some shape or some equipment.
Yeah. Gonna be more like some kitsch innovation, something like that. Yeah.
But I think one important thing is about the because for this streaming video, you will use number to do this effect, and I think it's important that the number you need some reason. It cannot be like you do anything by yourself. I think it's better that the number is really come from some information.
Yes.
It's quite important.
Yes.
Otherwise, will become just like do After Effects and no context. So I think you still need some reason. You need some information and then transform to this video. Yeah.
Yes. I also consider at that point too that you're gonna go in this way. Also have to like have the backup information to why I create this. Yeah, and I found some too. Yeah, in the research kit and stuff, they have some of this.
Okay, yeah, and maybe handmade is better than borrow the equipment.
10 mate?
Handmade.
Oh, handmade. Oh, yeah, handmade. Yeah,
Maybe more interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Home
And,
engineering, I love it.
And if you handmade something, and you can also make a video. For example, the teenager, they play this car, and someone do fishing or something to measure the velocity, right? And you can also shoot those image into video.
Yeah. Interesting. But I'm not sure can I make it in that day, that shooting. Maybe like separate day of shooting and edit it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can sort out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now at the time, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
So yeah, it's very important. I took some notes. How Chia Wei concerned about the appearance of the cards. Yeah, we can work on it together about that, and also the chapters in the book. If you can think about it and question about the reference using in the video, how to connect with the other part, the way that you will improvise them carefully. Yeah, and yeah, we want to move on. Kate and Frank, you have any other thing to?
I'm thinking about publication to the show for this audience can print to another is just not like thesis book but to share with
the free copy, like soft copy, soft print, right? Sure.
But it's on a form of book and
small book.
It's like a leaflet.
Little book is like
More like a scene.
Yeah, like a small leaflet or booklet. Yeah,
can like a little books just you can see it.
So spiritual.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
Okay,
AC.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, maybe we can discuss this later also with the cost production or something.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
Yeah, and the solution about the DIY indicator. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should we settle.
We settle.
Next meeting is around
20 January or
Yes.
17 January.
Yeah.
20 January.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we expect to have exhibition on the 5th of February.
5th of February. Okay.
Yeah. But for the time being, you two still can able to contact each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So busy, forgot to send some meme to you, but I will try.
Thank you so much, Chia Wei.
Happy New
And
Year.
Nanut, we talk later.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank you, Chia Wei.
See you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you.